Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, the Delivery Wiz, and we're back today with a new video. This is episode 18 of Vegas Gig Life, our vlog that we do out here in the wonderful city of Las Vegas, Nevada. Anyhow, it is December 24th, Christmas Eve. I wanted to come on here and say Merry Christmas to all. I hope you get everything that you want, and next week will be the new year. We'll be going into 2024. So I just wanted to do a short, quick video about the state of the gig life here in Vegas for 2023, and maybe it'll change in 2024. We hope so. Anyhow, DoorDash this year, I was impressed at times. As of late, I'm not so impressed. Although a friend of mine, they just finished up the 290 delivery offer that DoorDash has here in Vegas, where the referrer gets 900 and the referred gets 600. And she said that she did pretty well. Even with the 600, even without the 600, she said she was making on average about $7, $8 a delivery. And in my opinion, that is pretty good, because the state of affairs with this tipping industry is at a big controversial spot in the United States, and we'll discuss that here in a few minutes. Anyhow, DoorDash was meh. Did they make some changes? Yes. I would like to see them add more bonuses, not peak pay or quests. I like when Lyft does quests and you do so many deliveries and you get a bonus. I like that. The earn by time mode I have not tested yet, but when I did turn it on to look at it, it still is at about $13.25 plus tips. I don't think that's too bad. We should probably try that here moving forward. Next on the list is Instacart. I'm doing this one before some of the others because I've been doing this a little bit more in the last couple of weeks, because I had to do 76 or so deliveries to maintain the Diamond Card status. The orders there are about the same for this whole calendar year. I never see really any super great ones, so I end up doing like the 5 to 8 item orders for 2 to 5 miles for anywhere from $9 to $12. Even today, I turned it on to see if there was anything banging, because it's Christmas. I thought maybe people might just be a little more generous than normal with their tips. It's about the same, and I did 6 batches yesterday only because they had a guarantee promo of $60 for 6 batches. I ended up making $102 for about 4 hours, and they were all small, short order batches with the same average tip as usual, which is anywhere from $2 to $8. It is what it is, and, it's money. I can't or ever make people tip higher. Food prices are high, and we all know that, so I understand, and I still choose to do this, but it's my choice. Anyhow, Instacart in 2023, I don't think really improved. I think it's unimproved. Them dropping the batch pay, I think, was bad. One of my favorite batches from Instacart to get was a Walgreens that's about a mile away from me, anywhere from 9 p.m. to 2 in the morning. And people would get 2 items and it'd go a couple miles, and it usually paid $10 to $15. Now, those were great. Now those are down to like $7 to $11. It's a huge hit, and I don't agree. Anyway, the state of affairs, in my opinion, for Instacart, it's about the same through 2023. Hopefully in 2024, maybe they'll move the batch pay back up or whatever, but these delivery companies are not probably going to do that. All right, next on the list is Uber, rideshare, and UberEats. I do some of that occasionally. I don't know. The UberEats offers are abysmal. It takes about 20 to 25 of rejection before you see a decent one. Most of them are $2 and $3 for a ton of miles. I'm really down on UberEats, when last year at about this time I was really high on UberEats, because I would go out and I would make $30 an hour from 8 p.m. to midnight, 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. So a year later, not so much. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's an oversaturation of drivers or just Uber Eats not paying. It's hard to say, because I don't know anybody that works for Uber Eats, and I don't know how many drivers they employ. Anyhow, Uber driver, that is still pretty good. You can do 25 to 30 an hour easy here, especially between the airport and the strip, now that the race is gone. So that is still pretty good. So you want to get involved in Uber rideshare, you should, because in 2023, it was pretty, how do I put it? It was probably the top dog in the Las Vegas market. If you want a steady income, then Uber rideshare is the way to go. Anyhow, I hope in 2024 that Uber Eats gets a little bit better and that Uber rideshare stays the same or gets a little bit better itself now that the race is gone until next November. It'll be back and then it'll be a nightmare for a month again. But that's neither here nor there. That is it for those two apps. Next on the list is Lyft rideshare. Lyft in 2023, I just got involved in the summertime when I got the EV. So it's hard for me to say how it was prior to that. I am giving you all my own experiences when I talk about this stuff, and not anybody else's. And it's only my experience in the Las Vegas market. Again, yes, I repeat that because, I do get some comments and stuff that people don't understand that. Anyhow, Lyft rideshare was pretty good to me, and I believe is pretty solid. Do you make as much as you can on Uber? No, Uber has quests, and on the weekend, you can rake in an extra $300 if you just drive and make $600 or $640 for them, which is good. Lyft only comes with ride, streaks, and quests once in a while. I was getting them frequently, and I was doing great, and then I haven't gotten any in about 6 weeks, so I haven't been doing any Lyft because you don't make much without those. You need those incentives to really up your dollars per hour, and that's what it's all about in this gig industry, is maximizing your dollar per hour. So in 2024, I would definitely like to see Lyft keep bringing those quests on a weekly basis and those ride streaks more regularly. All right, next on the list is, I'm going to group these together, Dispatch, GoShare, and Roadie. I am only a courier on those three apps, and I've said this before in previous videos, I don't do well as a courier on any of those apps. Even on GoShare, earlier in this year, and you'll see from the screenshot right up here that I had a lot of gigs, and they were as helpers, not as a courier, as helpers for moving some furniture. And you would get tips from those people, and it was great. And I was happy, and I was excited to be doing it. But as you can see, I haven't taken a job from GoShare since August. Dispatch, the only thing they offer around here usually is Sherwin-Williams paint, moving paint from one location to another, and more times than not, it is so far away from me, and then they want to pay, for 10 miles, they want to pay, like $9, and that is not good for me anyway. I'm not going to drive out of my way just to move some paint, and yeah. And then Roadie, you saw the video about the Fanatics disaster, and the only other thing that I'll do on Roadie is CVS pharmacy runs, but they don't give me alerts and say, hey, the CVS a half a mile from you has a delivery, go grab it. You have to look regularly, and I don't like that. So what I'm going to say for 2023 is I didn't have a good experience with those three apps, at least in the Las Vegas market, as a courier, okay? Now, if I had a Sprinter van or something like that, maybe it's a lot better. I don't know, because I don't have one, and maybe if somebody out there is watching that has one and works on those three apps, can give some light on the subject, then please go ahead and leave a comment below, and I'd be happy to see what kind of experiences you have on those three apps. What I'd like to see for them in 2024 is, Roadie, please give me some notification that you have some work near me. GoShare, get some work. I mean, why was it so plentiful in the first 4 months that I worked for you as a helper, moving, somebody would buy a piece of furniture, say, from like Costco, and they would hire you or use your app to get work, and now it's dried up. I mean, literally. And get some courier work, please. And Dispatch it, please. Get more than Sherwin-Williams. I mean, yes, you do have an occasional job every now and then, but come on. You guys, somebody needs some courier work in this town, because there are guys like us that don't want to buy a Sprinter van to work, because a Sprinter van is another overhead cost, and I don't want to do that. I would like to if I knew there was a guarantee and some, routes, loads, stuff like that. But, that's a topic for another day. So those 3 apps, that is what I would like to see for you guys in 2024. And next on the list is an app called Frayt. Frayt is the same as the previous 3 we just talked about. I am just a courier on that app, and I get a couple offers a week out here. And a lot of times it's out east or down in Henderson, way so far away from me. And I'm just not going to go drive and do those because it's not cost effective for me. I'm not going to make any money. So what I would like to see from Frayt is they were getting Lowe's offers, like you need a water heater from Lowe's now. They would give it to Frayt. Frayt would put it out there, and you would take something for like $32, a water heater, for 4 miles. I would like to see more stuff like that. Now, how you can do that, Frayt, I don't know, but that's what I would like to see from you moving forward in 2024, is also expand on your courier options, because there's a lot of us couriers out here, and again, we don't want to buy a Sprinter van. Next on the list is my 2 favorite apps, DeliverThat and DLIVRD, 2 catering apps that when you get work from them, it's fantastic. They both are stress-free work for the most part. Yes, a couple times here or there you're going to get to the restaurant and they don't have all the food ready, and then you just got to wait. Okay, it happens. It sucks. But for the most part, if you get yourself a wagon and a couple of nice big giant catering bags, you're going to do well. You're going to make anywhere from $40 to $60 an hour here in the Las Vegas market, because you're going to get these jobs 2 a day, and you're going to be done with them in less than 2 hours, and most of the time they pay pretty well, and all you're doing is wagoning in and setting up a buffet style food. I will say DeliverThat has become one of my favorites in recent times, because I've been getting more involved with them, and I've been accepting and taking and getting more offers from them. DeliverD, what I'd like to see from you in 2024 is more offers. Maybe in 2023, and I was signed up with you since, November of 2022, I did 10 jobs in a year. 10 jobs in a year for you guys. Come on, get out there, hustle up some business for your drivers, because you got a great platform. Because the difference between the 2 is DeliverThat, you have to share in a tip pool a majority of the time. Yes, you get some offers that you get the tip for yourself, and, that's nice. But on DeliverD, they don't have a tip pool. So they give you the offer. You see what it is. If it's an $80 tip, it's all for you. And that is nice. So DeliverD, please, in 2024, get some more work. I'd appreciate it, because I like working for you. Up next is 3 apps I'm going to just touch on really quick. Draiver, Dolly, and Shipt. And SendPex. I'm sorry, 4. Those 4 apps in 2024, I need to see a lot more from you, because Shipt, I will not work for what you're paying here in the Las Vegas market. Dolly, every time I say I'm interested in a job, I don't get anything, because you give it to somebody else who has a helper, and all I am is a helper, because I don't have a truck. So I've been signed up for you guys for 9 months, not been able to get 1 gig from you. So come on, in 2024, help the people that are just helpers get gigs, okay? And Draiver, again, you're giving me 1 or 2 choices, and both are near Henderson. So go drive a car for Finley Chevrolet and take it, up over here for $18. Well, it's going to take me 40 minutes to drive to you, drop off the car, go home, and then come home, or try to gig work on the way home. It's not worth it. I'm never driving down there. So Draiver, get some more business here in Vegas too. Come on. There's other car dealerships and other Penske and U-Haul stuff that needs to be moved. Let's get going. And SendPex, come on. I've seen maybe 5 offers from you since I got started. Maybe more, but it's always when I can't do it, you need some more work as well. So SendPex Courier, in 2024, please try to get some more work out here in the Vegas area. Yes, I'm sounding like a broken record, everyone, but I'm just giving you my ins and outs and thoughts about these apps that I'm on. The last thing I'm going to touch on for 2023 is, yes, I make shorts, okay? And they're designed to be funny. And I think they're funny, and some people do and some people don't. Are they real? No, they're supposed to be fake. But the one real thing about a lot of them is drivers that are angry about no tips. And I'm just going to put this out there. We are just like a server at a restaurant. We are working for tips. Whether you agree with that or not, you should do the right thing. You should not expect a driver, because you think it's a minimum wage job, to drive it for you. All I'm going to say about that is don't treat us like low-level people. If you don't have high expectations for your driver and high expectations for us as people, then go get the food yourself, okay? Or your groceries, or whatever it is that you're having delivered. Besides the FedEx and the UPS guys. Those guys have always worked for an hourly rate, and they get paid well. So why don't you yell at DoorDash and some of these other companies to just go ahead and pay us that amount? I won't take a tip. I won't talk about tips. I won't do anything. I'll just go and do my job and keep my mouth shut. And I'll probably stop making funny shorts about angry drivers who aren't getting tipped. And other subjects that I do make shorts on. But I'll probably still do those. Anyhow, I will agree that when you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken on their website, their actual website, not the app, and you try to order a famous bowl, and you get to the pay screen and it says, hey, why don't you take care of your chicken tender, bud, whatever, chicken bartender, give him a tip. No, Kentucky Fried Chicken, that is wrong. Do not be begging tips just to order food on your website. To what? Why don't you pay those people? You're paying them an hourly rate. Don't ask us to compensate them for preparing food, because preparing food has never been a job that has been for tips. Serving, pizza delivery, Chinese food delivery, now food delivery of all aspects from all kinds of restaurants, grocery shopping. These are things that are tipping. But when you go into the optometrist office and they're asking for tips, or you go to some restaurants and just because they have an iPad kiosk, Cup Up here in Las Vegas, they ask you for tips when you're ordering food. Or Izaba's Scratch Kitchen, which is a Mexican place, they also pop up and ask you for a tip when you're paying. That is way too much, and you're pissing people off by doing that, because now they feel that everywhere they turn, they're required to tip people, and you are not. There are certain areas of jobs that need tipping, and there's some that definitely don't. But please, if you have me bringing you Taco Bell at 2 in the morning, and I don't care if it only costs you $20, man, please pony up $4, maybe $3, to have me drive it over to you. Oh, but the delivery whiz, it's only a mile from the Taco Bell. Fine. If it's only a mile, go get it yourself. But you'll never hear me or see me treat people like that. When I order out, they get at least 15%. I understand you might think 20% is a little high. Let's go down to 10%. Just do that. That is way better than zero. And just like that, it's the end of today's video. Merry Christmas again to everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Vegas Gig Life. Yes, I only talked about the apps that I experienced in 2023 and what, maybe I look forward to in 2024. And also about the tipping culture here in America. It is definitely very controversial to talk about, but I'm not afraid to, because we all have to express our opinions, and that's what makes the world diverse. I'll say that till I'm blue in the face and dead in the ground. So do what you feel is good, and I'll do what I feel is good. And we can still get along and be friends. It doesn't, it's not going to affect me whether you tip or don't tip. It doesn't affect me whether you vote Democratic or Republican. I still love people, and I still want to be friends. With that said, I'll see you next time on the next video. We'll probably do something before the new year. Actually, we are going to do something before the new year. Maybe I'll go down and see how busy it is on the Strip or Fremont Street for New Year's Eve or something. I'll come up with something good. Anyhow, we'll see you on the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like today's video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Get us in the algorithm. Please check out my shorts. And don't take that 300-mile pizza that you have to pay $25 to deliver. Just don't do it.